Your Titos of Fighting are back, and we are going to update you with what happened in the week. This week in the world of fighting. So, of course, always happy to have my boys here, Carl De Mesa and JC Reyes of Destroy MNL. So, we are going to give you an update. Let's breeze through everything real quick, and then we're going to talk about some fights. 1FC did their No Surrender 2 in, what do you call this? In Bangkok. Okay. And then a lot of them are kickboxing bouts, and I think there were like 1 or 2 MMA bouts. So let's go through the results first. So for the flyweight Muay Thai fight, it was Fadi, the Gladiator Khalid, defeats Huang Ding by a unanimous decision. Yod Kaikyo Y2K Fairtex defeats John Shink by a knockout at the second round. In the featherweight Muay Thai division, it's Sorgrao Petyedji Academy defeats Pongsiri PK Shanchai Muay Thai Gym via split decision. At this one, I kind of missed this one. I think I went out for this one. Then Akihiro Super Jap Fujisawa defeats...
that was a KO.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a KO.
Pongsiri, the Smiling Assassin, Mitsatit via knockout in the very first round. And then in the bantamweight division, Mehdi Diamond Heart Zatot defeats Leo Pinto via decision. And then the main event of the evening, Semapek Fairtex versus Rodlek PK Shanchai Muay Thai Gym via majority decision. For me, the first one kind of caught my eye. Fadi Khaled was more aggressive. He had really good fundamentals, and he just kept putting on the pressure kay Huang Ding. That earned him the unanimous decision. Another notable fight was, of course, the main event, Semapek versus Rodlek. It was good exchanges. Good job for 1FC in mounting this event. It was really good. I mean,
there's a third no surrender though.
Oh, there's gonna be a third no surrender.
Last of the no surrender.
Last of the no surrenders.
So we're gonna watch out for that. I hope. Ako lang,
on Friday.
I really hope they have more MMA fights. I mean, the whole kickboxing and Muay Thai card is really good, and I don't know. There's just again, if you watch the 1FC events and the 1FC kickboxing and Muay Thai series, you'll see that there's a really big difference when you use MMA gloves using Muay Thai and kickboxing rules.
Yeah.
Ba talaga?
The speed.
And when they throw power punches, you could just really hear the smacking motion and the smacking sound. Sobrang
smack talaga.
Oo, pasampal talaga. Lakas
Snappy.
Yep, very, very snappy. And then, of course, another good card actually by the UFC, and it happened. We're back in the UFC Apex. It was a UFC 252 main event. Is Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier.
Trilogy.
The trilogy ends. So let's run through the whole card and the winners. So Merab Valishvili, Valishvili defeated John Dodson, and then Daniel Pineda defeated Herbert Burns. Jairzinho Rosenstrike defeats Junior Dos Santos, and then Marlon Chito Vera defeats Sugar Shane O'Malley, and then Stipe Miocic retains his heavyweight title against Daniel Cormier. We were talking off the air a while ago, and we were talking about John Dodson, and I just really think that Mighty Mouse took a lot from him. He's not the same. It's really sad. I feel sad for him. I really hope that he bounces back or finds his groove again and then starts stacking up wins, because it's been a while.
Like he lost his mojo.
Oh, yun nga eh. It's
could be because he stepped up to bantamweight. Parang he was doing fine in flyweight.
He was probably adjusting. He was probably I don't know kung pang ilang bantamweight fight niya to, pero I don't know. He doesn't look the same. He doesn't have that usual bounce. And then of course, impressive win by Daniel Pineda. Second round TKO. Really good pressure. Herbert Burns, really good side mount pressure, leading to a crucifix setup, and then wala na. He just pounded the guy.
Just couldn't get out. Talagang poor guy.
And
Sayang kasi Herbert Burns was like all
He was one of those guys that was kind of slowly building momentum. Medyo,
kapatid ni Gilbert, diba? So,
kapatid ni Gilbert.
Diba? So medyo talaga. It's unfortunate for him. Sayang. Formidable
family.
Formidable opponent naman eh. So it was a good fight. Now, of course, we got Junior Dos Santos versus Arsenio Rosa. Biggie Boy really stepped up. I like the way he attacked, and this is a good fight considering that these are former teammates, or I think they're still training partners. Pero he showed his punching power.
Probably not anymore.
Medyo. Could be.
Pero tawag ito, friends pa rin sila after eh. They're yung parang post-fight.
Respect pa rin.
Respect
pa rin. There seems to be something about JDS. Like we were talking kanina, he doesn't seem to be showing up anymore. Like the vintage JDS.
Ako feeling ko is just old. How old is Junior Dos Santos na?
Oh, wow.
Parang it's been he's gone through so many wars.
He's done tough na, diba? Tapos
he's 36 pa lang.
What? 36?
For heavyweights,
he fought so many times already.
Sa bagay, sobrang tagal niya na kasi.
Fought so many times. I mean, he was able to fight Cain Velasquez pa nga eh. So, gano'n na siya. And Cain Velasquez is
I think he KO'd Cain, diba?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did, diba?
So, yun, he's been around. Pero
bagay, active since 2006 eh. So,
see?
Tagal na
rin. So, 2000, more than 10.
Which actually impresses me about Alistair Overeem.
Yeah.
I mean, Alistair Overeem is so impressive. Like, wow.
Overeem has helped.
Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overeem.
He has.
Diba? So,
he uses the magic beans.
Diba? Magic beans, Mexican supplements, TRT. As in, I think he...
Come on.
Wim Hof. Diba? Lahat. Lahat ang pwedeng i-try, tinry na ata ni Overeem, di ba? Ano ba yun? I forgot the name na yung may sinasabi sila Joe Rogan na when he was super jacked, when Overeem was super jacked. Di ba? Yun din, may horse meat and horse meat and horse feeds. Wala, lahat na ata nasa sistema ni Overeem. So, pero very impressive for Arsenio Rosa
impressive for
to knock out Junior
That's a
Dos
big
Santos.
Feather in his cap, man.
Yep. Tsaka considering he came off a loss versus Ngannou. Yep.
Ngannou, yeah.
And then of course, the new fan favorite, Marlon Chito Vera.
Oh my God.
Dealing Sean O'Malley. Yep. Dealing Sean O'Malley's the first loss. Si Sean O'Malley naman kasi, there's a hype.
Being too flashy kasi.
Tawag dito.
What happened there? Like, was that a fancy kick?
No. I've read reports that he injured his foot prior to climbing inside.
Before.
Parang during the walk down, I think parang he tripped on something coming into the cage, or it probably happened during training camp and it just manifested during. Sobrang This is not to tarnish Sugar Shane's tawag dito, hype train kumbaga. Pero kasi Sean O'Malley's been there for the longest time. He's a Ultimate Fighter na alumni, and then he's worked his way up, and then he was able to build his own brand, and then a lot of the popularity that he gained actually came outside the UFC. He was a fighter in the UFC, pero he was very active in social media. He
has his own clothing line.
May clothing line siya. I think when the whole Sugar Shane branding got traction,
Sugar Show daw, the
Sugar Show, and then his skill level got better. He was knocking people out, and then he wasn't really calling fighters, but he was just really manifesting to people na I'm gonna knock you out, I'm gonna beat you. And
what did you guys think of the hair? Like
the hair? I like the hair.
Yung kanyang clown hair.
Parang may siya
PlayStation 1 before na may mga trucks. Yung naalala ko sa kanya.
Duke of Hazard. Twisted Metal or Duke of Hazard?
Twisted Metal, yeah.
Twisted Metal ata.
At Duke of Hazard.
May character ba ganun?
Basta Twisted Metal nga. Yung kotse nga yun.
Kotse na clown.
Mga collision lang.
The hype train is down. I'm like, ulul.
I don't think so.
Hindi ba? He's racked up wins. And it's just one loss. Exactly. It's just one loss, di ba? And ito lang din yun. It's only gonna make the division better. Because now everyone used to watch Sean O'Malley in the bantamweight division. Now they're gonna watch Chito Vera, diba? Chito nga said, "Welcome to the Chito Show." So it's good for the division. It's good for the UFC. It's probably gonna create a rivalry, and then
Cody's already
ayun. And then
barking at the
a lot of
tree.
people are barking at Sean O'Malley already. Ang alam ko I think Sean O'Malley is a gamer as well. Sikat siya sa gaming eh.
I think he
a lot
has
of
training
sila
thing.
ni ano.
A huge
Sa Twitch din yata siya.
a huge factor of his fame came from his gaming life. So yun. He was able to create a market with the younger crowd. So yun yung ano niya. So that actually the outside antics of Sean O'Malley gave him the popularity sa UFC. Now
People started watching him.
exactly, and then it really helped that his skills got better. He was winning fights, he was knocking people out, and now he got the attention of like what Carl said kanina, he got the attention of Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt.
Ewan ko
No
po-
love.
And even si
Isa pa
Henry
kasi
Cejudo.
yun, diba?
Oh yun,
Si Henry Cejudo, diba?
yun nga, yun nga.
Napansin na din sa ngayon.
Si Cejudo,
Triple C.
si Triple C,
Umepal
umepal pa eh. Alam
Akala ko
mo,
ba nag-vacate ka na?
alam mo, if people want, diba, if people
Want him to come back.
Yeah, want him to come back. And if the UFC is gonna pay him enough money to unretire and fight again, because he can, he's still healthy, he's young, he can still do this. And then of course, this is the curtain call for Daniel Cormier.
Hats off.
Yep, super. He finishes off his UFC career with a 22-win, 3 defeats na record.
It's not too
And
bad, man.
Yeah, not
super
bad.
not bad. So, and ito yun eh, you lost to John Jones twice. So that's one of the GOATs. And then you lost to Stipe Miocic. That's your third
twice.
one.
It's okay.
So it's probably one of the greatest heavyweights in mixed martial arts history, Stipe Miocic, diba?
I gotta take note that he lost to John Jones twice, coach. But both those times, John Jones was on.
Oo, may siyang picograms.
On something.
May picograms.
Tsaka ito yun, di ba? So, he was on
Cocaine.
coke. He was on coke. He was on dick.
It was on some kind of Viagra.
Dick
Yeah.
pills nga, di ba? And then
Dick
Oh,
pills.
sorry.
and then he got popped for like picograms of PEDs.
Picograms.
Na, di ba? So
I
again,
still don't understand it to this day. Like I've watched like
alam mo, ano na lang
hundreds
feeling
of
ko,
videos.
pauso na lang ng kung sino yan eh, para pag-usapan yung rivalry
Si
nila eh.
Bones.
Pero alam mo yun,
Oo.
those 3 losses came from high-level people. So,
Yeah.
diba? And,
undefeated in Strike Force.
diba?
Wow.
Undefeated in Strike Force, fought in the light heavyweight and in the heavyweight division. Was
Champ.
better at the heavyweight division.
Heavyweight.
Yeah.
Diba?
It's small heavyweight.
Super small, super style. Kaya,
Was he
kaya ako,
5'8"? Tapos heavyweight.
that's why I
yata,
posted
parang
on my
5'8".
That's why I posted on my Instagram na he was one of my heroes because he was short and stocky but he was beating up large.
Represent the little guys.
Diba? He was the little
What
man's
martial
hero.
arts is all about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Diba? Sobrang solid si Daniel Cormier. Now, eye poke or no eye poke,
Oh,
wala.
yeah.
Stipe was just really on that night. And ito yun.
He looked really good.
He looked
Yeah.
really good.
Sobrang...
Tsaka napansin nyo ba, batak si Stipe Miocic?
Sobra. I mean,
Ay,
yun yata yung pinakabatak
yan.
na nakita ko sa
Patak.
Stipe eh.
Oh, tama. Kaka-COVID rescue daw eh.
And,
COVID.
di ba, ito yun eh. Ewan ko, kayong dalawa, what do you think? Kasi ako, I watched the first 2 fights leading to the third one.
Yeah.
Medyo malaman si Stipe.
Medyo flabby siya sa previous fights eh.
Yun, di ba? This one, medyo napansin ko, and he tipped the scales as about 233? 230, 233. Cormier was around 236. They were almost at the same weight. Even Cormier was like, hindi siya chubby eh. Hindi siya chubby. He was fit. Diba? So, when I saw that, and then after the fight, I watched the embedded series, diba? We were chatting nga, diba? Na parang when I was watching, sabi ko, medyo batak si Stipe, ah. He looked good. Diba? He looked good. The cuts were there. He was training, and then during the fight, it manifested. I just wish sobra, and I just wish that DC did more wrestling. But you know, again.
Yeah, I don't know why he did it again.
Well,
Parang
he was
second time
trying
na.
naman pero
Was he
hindi niya
trying?
din talaga
Oh.
halos ma-takedown si Miocic.
Yep, totally agree, 100%. He did try. He would always dive for. Would always set up the single legs. I watched it for the third time and I saw na he was trying to go for the clinch and then go for a single leg kasi he would always go for the single leg. However, Stipe was able to recognize the setups and he was able to angle his body out. He was able to move away and create that amount of distance that was necessary in order to defend.
To
Yeah.
stop
I mean, minsan lang. Kasi ito yun eh. He
Yeah,
knew.
to DC's credit, coach, meron siyang magandang high crotch sa
Yep.
una, no?
Yep.
First round.
So after no high crotch na yon, ang bilis
Wala
ng adjustment ni Stipe. He would either switch stances or he would parang mapapansin yun if you get to watch the fight again, every time DC would engage, he would throw a combination ng punches and then he would go for a clinch. Stipe didn't stay long in the clinch. He would automatically try to push away or punch his way inside. There was an improvement in the dirty boxing of Stipe.
Yeah.
He played his angles well, really good. And like what DC said, it is what it is. Eye poke or no eye poke, Stipe was prepared. Stipe was
Sobrang
prepared.
basang-basa niya si DC dun sa
Yep.
fight na yun.
Exactly, 100%. It was good.
Even
it was
yung
good.
mga strong blows ni DC, parang wala lang kay Stipe.
Yun nga eh.
Grabe.
That's the point that is very underrated and underappreciated about Stipe. He has a very strong chin. Did you guys
Sobra.
remember when he fought Ngannou? He
Oh,
survived.
yeah.
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 He survived.
He survived to wrestle Ngannou. And then, napagod lang si Ngannou.
So, ngayon, feeling ko talaga, let us know in the comment section, people. Do you think
In retrospect.
that Stipe and John Jones will happen? Kayong dalawa.
Well, John Jones
No,
has announced.
Kasi John Jones vacated. John Jones vacated the light heavyweight belt. The light heavyweight.
At least no more picograms for weight cutting.
Yun na
hopefully.
nga eh. How many times is he gonna get?
Yeah.
The better question is how many times is he gonna get popped?
Siguro naman,
Dude,
since wala na
Uncle
masyadong
Dana-
weight cut yun,
Uncle
grabe
Dana
naman
Dana
siya.
will take care of all.
Uncle Dana will take care. That's why.
Trust in Uncle Dana.
That's why he employed the golden snitch, bro.
Oh.
That's why he employed the golden snitch. Diba? USADA is now a
Oo nga
partner. Diba? USADA is now a
Of the
partner
UFC.
of the UFC. Diba?
No more hiding for John Jones under the
Yeah.
cage of Jacksonville.
Diba?
Remember the cartoons of John Jones?
Pati yung mga memes, bro. Pati yung mga memes. Diba? Pero ito yun eh. It could happen.
Yeah, I
could
really
happen.
think it could. Pag maganda yung naging deal, I'm sure.
And it's gonna be a very interesting fight because now,
Has he fought
morning.
heavyweight ever?
No.
I don't think so.
no.
Light
Sure,
heavyweight
hindi
lang
ka,
siya. Actually, parang middleweight pa yata.
Pero kasi
Baka malabo.
he's been dangling the idea ever since.
Oo.
Okay,
Tagal niya
heavyweight
na
division.
tinitis yung mga tao about it
Yep.
eh.
I think he did that on purpose just to make sure that, or he wanted to get the pulse of the public. And then now the heavyweight division is slowly getting interesting for him because you got
Yeah.
Stipe, you got Ngannou. Those are money makers, whether you
And
like it or not.
Dominic
Stipe,
Reyes is getting more dangerous. for
ayun,
him.
Dominic. Tapos, yung pa. 205,
God.
okay? 205 has a lot of killers.
Yeah.
But sorry to say, I don't know how many money makers do they have.
Yeah, actually.
Because now John
Rumble's
Jones
coming back.
Yeah,
Rumble
Ito
is
lang yun eh.
coming back.
Rumble says he's gonna go back at light heavyweight. I say that's not gonna happen.
I think sa
He
heavyweight
better
siya biglang
lose one of
susulpot
his
eh.
but check out
arms.
this latest photo. Like the last photo I've
Laki.
seen of that super
Oh.
jacked, and he's like bodybuilding jacked.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know how many hours has he been spending in an actual MMA gym. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see,
Parang
but
puro
that's gonna be
bodybuilding
interesting.
lang.
People have not yet read, heard,
Yeah.
or saw. Our very own Denise Zamboanga has parted ways with Fairtex Pataya.
Mhm.
In what JC shared with us, there was an article written, and to which Denise thanked everyone there, Stamp, the
Mhm.
people of Fairtex Pataya, her coaches, and we're gonna do our best to dig deeper into what happened, and we'll
it's
do
a
our best
developing story, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do our best to get a better understanding of what happened. We'll do our best to reach out to Denise, but as of this recording, she's still in Thailand, so she's still preparing, and hopefully, she gets to book a fight. And any team, for me, any team will be lucky, fortunate, and amazing to have a Denise Zamboanga under their roster.
The one contender, come on.
Yep.
Yeah. I hope Tiger Muay Thai kung hindi naman siya sa Fairtex na.
Shout out Tiger Muay Thai. Tiger
Hello.
Muay
Alam niya
Thai.
na.
Hickman Brothers.
Yeah.
Please.
Para si Valentina, meron ding spar na matindi na
Oo nga.
Tiger Muay Thai, Denise Zamboanga,
Oh.
Tiger Muay Thai, Denise Zamboanga, no brainer.
George Hickman, come on.
So,
Get her.
wala yun di ba? So, she can go Tiger Muay Thai.
Mhm.
She can go Phuket Top Team. She
Yeah.
can go
AKA.
AKA, pwede rin.
Yeah. You want your gym to be popular. You want your gym to be
Mhm.
famous. You want to have a high caliber, raw talent fighter. Denise Zamboanga. Okay.
Yep.
Zamboanga siblings. Okay. They're the prototype of what a Filipino MMA fighter should be. I've been saying
Drex
that ever
is so underrated. Man.
Yeah.
Drex should fight more abroad.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
He
he's
can
fought
make-
Shuto. Shuto ba yun? Or?
He was
He did Shuto na he
Shuto.
fell short yata. And sa Korea, Angel
sa
Fight
Korea,
or something.
AFC
Okay.
in Korea. Totally agree with my boy Carl here. As in, one of the underrated fighters in the Asia Pacific region. All he needs is that. Parang, di ba ano yun eh? Minsan, a fighter just needs that breakout fight for his
Yeah.
name to be known.
Yeah.
Yun.
I think it's symptomatic din, coach. Kasi nahihirapan talaga sina Denise and Drex dito. Just for I mean, you know this,
Dude,
coach. Yung tipong just
Resources.
being in one.
Yeah.
Yes. They need to work. They need to commute 3 to 4 hours every damn gym.
Mm.
Pagod ka na.
Yeah.
Tapos,
Wala ka na
magawa.
natitira when it's training time.
Oo.
The next level will always be outside the shores, outside your comfort zones. And at the same time, they could earn more. Okay, they could earn more. They could probably do some fights back home.
Way more.
Well, diba? Here again, parang they can fight in the URCC, but at the same time, there's always a possibility to fight elsewhere and earn something more, diba? Tsaka yan, no, with Denise's stint sa Fairtex, now it's a good way and it's a good plan for future MMA fighters. Parang it's gonna give them the confidence na parang, okay, Denise was able to do it. Then maybe I can. Diba?
I can do it, yeah.
They're now a good
Paving
source
the
of,
way.
Yep,
So,
they're paving the way.
na.
So ano yan, all the best to Denise Zamboanga. Our show is very open to whatever statements that you may want to have, and then if you want to tell the story and what happened. Next one, JC, please. What happened in the world of boxing?
Yeah, so
Very relevant.
medyo maingay tayong dalawang news sa boxing. It looks, first off, it looks like yung much-awaited John Riel Casimiro versus Naoya Inoue is not gonna happen anymore, unfortunately. It was supposed to be scheduled nitong September yata, inaasahan na, pero due to the whole situation na si Casimiro din is in the US, nagtitrain din, and si Inoue hindi naman din makalabas ng Japan. Both fighters will defend their titles versus different opponents.
So parang lumalabas parang they're gonna go tune-up fights and then hopefully they fight. One day.
They're calling it tune-up fights. Si Casimiro is calling it na takot daw he's calling it a chicken fight basically.
The chicken fight.
Talagang tinutulak na maasar si Inoue sa kanya. Kasi gusto niya talaga matuloy yung laban to prove himself na hey, I'm the undisputed in this division.
Who's he gonna fight?
Kakalabanin ni Casimiro is a former Olympian, a Ghanaian Olympian in Duke Maika.
Okay.
And si Inoue, he's gonna face two possible opponents. One is possibly Filipino fighter Michael Dasmariñas, si Hot and Spicy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, remember him, Carl? And the other one is an Australian, Jason Maloney, I think, an Australian boxer. So mukhang hopefully matuloy din nga to para hindi na masyado tumagal. And ma-retain nila yung mga titles nila and matuloy na yung laban nila kasi everybody's been waiting for that Inoue versus
Parang
Casimiro
siya yung
fight.
Parang siya yung boxing tease ever.
Oh.
Diba? The best
sobrang...
boxing tease ever. Parang ito
ba yung Tony Khabib?
Diba? Parang siyang Tony Khabib. Like I've heard of this fight happening and then all of a sudden laging may hold up, laging may problema, now it's COVID. Diba? I've been waiting for that fight to happen. Diba? So, pero on the flip side, I think you both will agree with me in this. Kasi as long as they're active, it means that they're constantly training, their minds are in the gym, they're focused. So they get these sige, we're not disrespecting their opponents, but let's just, diba, for the sake of argument, let's just call these tune-up fights. It's gonna keep their mind sharp, it's gonna make their bodies well conditioned, so that next time JC gives us an update, it's gonna be their fight na, diba?
Hopefully,
it's happening.
John Riel Casimiro and Naoya Inoue. Tama ba? Naoya, diba?
Yeah, Naoya Inoue. Okay.
Guys, win your fights, please. Win
para
your fights.
Maging Khabib ano to eh.
Maging Khabib Tony kayo. Don't do a Khabib Tony, please. Please. So boxing gods, please make this happen.
In fairness, I'd watch Khabib Tony even if it was 5 years from today.
And then another one that we have is ano yung sinend sa atin ni JC kanina?
Yeah.
Medyo
yung unfortunate
sad news,
turnout ng Ala Boxing promotion. Yung promotion mismo in the gym.
JC's gonna put up the statements ni Ala Gym, and to give respects to our fandom in Ala Gym, JC will read the statements of the Ala Gym and Ala Promotions.
Yep. So, based on their official statement, after 35 years, Ala Boxing, Ala Promotions, and Ala Gym would like to say farewell and thank you to our supporters from all over the world. The pandemic and the closure of our longtime broadcast network partner, ABS-CBN, has affected the overall situation and the future of the company. All our fighters will be released so they can look for greener pastures for their careers. Basically, Ala Boxing is raising the white flag. They can't do it anymore after 35 years.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Tap out na.
Out na sila basically. And yung current roster nila, they released everybody. So,
how many
even
in the roster?
Madami silang fighters.
Dami fighters yan. Tsaka Ala has one of the more solid boxing programs in the Visayas region. They've produced a lot of champions. And it's just really sad. So again, fuck you COVID. I really hope that when all of this is over, they can restart. Diba? They can restart and establish this again. Kasi sayang, kasi parang pangit, no? Philippine boxing scene tas walang Ala. Parang sama nun eh. Ang sama nun.
Kasi yung ibang kasabayan nila before, hindi na ganun kaingay compared sa kanila eh. Sila yung talagang andun pa rin eh. And yung Pinoy Pride series nila na sa TV or na pumalit sa what was that boxing show sa TV from years ago.
Sila yun.
Sa blow by blow then.
Blow by blow. Puta na panood ko pa yung mga laban ni Pacquiao
pa before.
Diba? That was Blow by Blow was like the Smokers version. Diba? Smokers yung tawag sa Amerika. Dito Blow by Blow. Diba? So I mean, that's one of the not so good news about Philippine boxing. Now, let's flip the switch, and then some good news. JC was able to be a part of a special meeting amongst MMA promotions there in the East.
Yeah, so very interesting. I was given a chance to be part of a meeting last Sunday sa mga... It was a meeting between teams gyms and boxing
MMA,
and
yep.
combat sports promotion here
Yep.
here in Rizal where I reside. Yung ESFC or East Side Fighting Challenge, if everyone has heard of it before. So they're shifting their current setup from yung usual na amateur fights na nakikita natin everywhere to becoming the first local amateur combat sports promotion to comply with the PMMAF or the Philippine MMA Federation rules.
Very good news.
Yeah, they're trying to build the grassroots program din ng MMA dito sa area. Hopefully, other areas will follow suit.
They've been mounting a lot of amateur events and pro. May pro na ba sila or semi-pro?
Wala pa. They've done 4 events.
Pro-am, yun, pro-am.
pro.
So they've done a lot of amateur and pro-am events. I've heard very good reviews about the event and the crowd is just really, really nice. Now, the thing about this move is it's a very productive way to move forward when it comes to combat sports. One of the things that I have observed through the years in the Philippine mixed martial arts scene is the lack of uniformity and the lack of kumbaga the standards of organizing events, the rule sets, and the officiating. So the PMMAF or the PMMAF will follow the IMMAF. So the PMMAF will follow
such an important distinction, no, Coach. Can you explain yung ano yung IMMAF? Kasi ano lang yan, parang last year lang ata pumutok sa atin. Hindi pa tayo rank.
So the IMMAF, which is the International MMA Federation, is branching out towards their partner countries in order to organize and put the ground rules, the foundations, and like what JC said, they also want to develop a grassroots program for the future of MMA. So at least what this will do is it will centralize and give paano ba to? A backbone to which how do we organize events, how do we officiate events, the refereeing, the judging. So everything now will follow the standards of the IMMAF, which is the International MMA Federation. So ang maganda dito is since we have this set of rules, we can create a curriculum based on these rules.
So this is the template.
Yep, this is the template.
Everything can flow from there.
Yep, so it's a very good, kudos and congratulations to the ESFC organizers and partner organizations for taking the necessary steps.
They're gonna have yung under 18 na din since it's IMMAF rules. I mean, talagang grassroots to. So from
may cadet program si IMMAF. Meron siyang
nga,
cadet.
Coach. Paano yung ano nun? Let's say
paano nga ba yung rules for the younger ones?
Kasi di ba?
As far as I can remember, the under 18 or which are the cadets, you have to wear protective gear when it comes to
may helmet ba?
No,
diba? Pero
no headgear. They wear a thicker gloves and shin guards. And as far as I know, there are bouts that can be classified as MMA. Some of them can fall under pancration. Si pancration naman, you can hit everything except the head. I mean, it's a good initiative for the ESFC guys. I really hope that this is tsaka ito lang making the time off productive Yun lang yun parang
exactly.
Diba? So while we're not mounting events, we can lay the groundwork kumbaga. Diba? So at least now when you join, here's the thing po for whoever's gonna watch and listen to this. If you are following a set of rules with international standards and you're the fighter, diba? When you go to a tournament or when you join an event, so now you ask them what are the rules. Then you're gonna say we follow IMMAF or PMMAF rules. Now you have a better understanding of the rule set. Your coaches have a better understanding of the rule set. If you have disputes, kung meron kayong reklamo, meron kayong technical questions, the officials will not rely on ito yung gusto namin
There's a book.
There's a
There's a PDF like You can download it.
There's a rule book, diba? There's a rule book. And at the same time, since everyone is following the same rule book, if you start that at the grassroots program like 16, 17, by the time you're 18 and you turn pro, diba? You're already familiar with the rules. Alam nyo na kung paano gumalaw. Alam nyo na kung paano gamitin yung rules to your advantage. And here's the thing. The International MMA Federation has a lot of partner countries. So now, if you fight in a different country who follows IMMAF rules, you're comfortable.
Yeah.
It's the same. So yun, I think it's a good progression. I really hope that this will pave the way for better quality events.
I wanted to ask pala, JC, kung if the PMMAF rules are followed sa ESFC, will there be eventually like a chance to pitch the ESFC as IMMAF rank? Parang makakadagdag mo siya sa ranking natin.
That's one of the Yep, that's part of the plan.
I think their idea is parang yung ESFC is gonna be one of the qualifiers sa nationals natin with PMMAF.
Gets.
And then may kumbaga magiging national team members yung may chance to become national team members.
Such a good program na.
Yep.
Such a good program.
Kasi ang mangyayari dyan, the PMMAF was created, or tama, matagal na si PMMAF eh. PMMAF was created to be the representing arm of the IMMAF.
IMMAF, yeah.
So more or less they're one and the same.
Kumbaga, have you been to these IMMAF, coach? Ganda, di ba? Like,
IMMAF certified MMA
certified
coach.
So naisip ko lang.
Binugbog kami ng dalawang araw.
Di ba yung 6 na ring? Parang sa Hong Kong kasi nag-ganon sa
no, that was like parang martial arts, international martial arts festival nila yan, international. So
but that's not ranked. Was that a ranked?
No, that was an event. I'm not sure about the ranking, and ako naman kasi the thing about the IMMAF is they're still learning along the way. So I really hope that they do something like that. Yeah,
what was the whole point of the IMMAF? Like, do we eventually pitch MMA as an Olympic sport just like amateur boxing?
I think that is the main goal. The main goal.
That would be awesome.
That would be really, really awesome. Kasi
I remember sa Destroy Manila, we had a guest who was a champ sa IMMAF.
Yes, IMMAF.
So welterweight Thiban Govindasamy from Malaysia. Very interesting na tayo meron na rin.
Si IMMAF, I think it's a two-pronged approach. They want to create professional leagues so that the locals and the international partners will have something to. Syempre, if you're a fighter, you want to know. Yeah, you want to have a progression, diba? You want to have a progression program pala. Sorry, and you want to know where you're going. Yeah. So I think the idea is to create professional leagues, and then another one is to be able to establish the necessary rule sets that can be approved in the Olympics. So just imagine if there's MMA in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we were just watching the Russians in Dagestan, diba? With their MMA schools.
Yep.
I wonder if eventually these will be the beasts of IMMAF.
Dude.
Future.
I'll let everyone who's gonna watch and listen to this. When I did my certification with Moskov, Coach Moskov, and that guy is like a world champion in Sambo, and he's a black belt red belt in judo. Yeah.
Wow.
So I asked him, "What do you think of Khabib?" Then he laughed at me. Sabi niya, "You think Khabib is good?" Sabi ko, "Yeah, he's really good." Then he said, "We have 150 more Khabibs."
Man.
And then
who doesn't want tiramisu?
Yeah, and then we have more who are better. He said that he told me that on a straight face.
Matter of factly.
While we were eating our chicken joy. I was like, "You think Khabib is good?" I
it's
said,
classic that
good.
he likes chicken joy.
No, we made him eat chicken joy.
But it's true from all the documentaries we've seen, and like sabi mo nga nakausap.
Tsaka dude, ito lang yun eh. Zabit.
Yeah.
My God, the monk of Dagestan.
Diba? yung favorite natin nila JC, si Shamav.
Shamav.
Schmidt.
Hamzat Shamav.
Hamzat
Diba?
Shamav.
And then the Dagestani guys that are training in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yung,
I mean, Marat Gaforov pa lang eh. Parang feeling ko low level na yun. Eh.
So, when he told me that, like, medyo, nakaka-ano lang na ngayon na pinagkukwentuhan natin. Pero when he told me that, he was like a straight face. You think Khabib is good?
Parang nakatindig
yung
ba rin?
matindi, tinawanan niya.
He laughed. He goes like, this is
Dami
like a
namin yun.
smug. Parang, sabi niya, I have 150 Khabibs.
Wow.
Sabi niya,
Shit, no?
Russia will release 200 that are better than Khabib. I was like,
Sana na record, I would have wanted to hear how he said that.
Oo. Damn.
dude. Tsaka yun, when we underwent his training program to get certified, it was probably the best certification program I went to for the simple reason that he just, it wasn't just learning. He basically like semi-tortured us. So we started.
It must have been nothing. Parang, this is what we teach the kids. And then-
ito yun. So, I'll give you a story. So we started like in the morning. So before we started, he was already there. He was ready with his material. We were talking. He was discussing. There was no water breaks. There were no bathroom breaks. Tapos,
whole day.
whole day to. So we started morning and then we'd end like 8 or 9. The first day we ended like 8 or 9. Tama, mga 8 or 9 in the evening. So it was 1:30 p.m. na. I said, I was seatmate ko si Alves. Sabi ko, Alves, hindi ba tayo magla-lunch break?
No, because in Russia,
No,
lunch, have you.
So, di ba like, sabi Alves, tanong mo. Sabi ko, ba't ako magtatanong?
No way.
Then he goes like, tanong mo. So ako naman, I'm hungry, man. I was hungry. I go like, sir,
Courage.
I go, coach, what time is lunch break? And he goes like, why? And sabi ko, because we're hungry. I'm hungry. Then he said, in Russia, you earn your lunch.
Grabe.
Sabi ko,
What did you say to that?
wala, dude. Tumahimik na lang ako, man.
Okay.
Well, you earn your lunch.
In Russia, you earn your lunch.
You earn
in
your
Russia,
lunch.
lunch.
You earn your lunch. Tapos, parang, siguro nakita ng lumuyo mga mata namin. Why?
Pilipino to
Tapos
eh.
hindi talaga sinabi, why? Do you want to eat? Tapos lahat, buti na lang. Nagpasalamat
Lahat.
ako. Sabi ko, buti na lang. Lahat nagsabi, yes.
Kung walang
Nag-lunch,
backup.
nag-lunch kami mga 20 minutes. Went back. Then ito yun. He said, let's all go together. Siyempre, yung iba naman kasi...
Kakain tayo lahat.
Yung iba naman kasi, akala ko dahil gusto mag-bonding, hindi pala. Kasi ito yun. Tama rin naman. Some of the guys din naman kasi weren't part of the team. Some of them were part of other teams. So when we went back, he didn't start until everyone was there. As in, there was one guy who was not yet there because he run an errand or took longer. We waited for that fucker. So we waited for the guy.
Cause of delay.
So walk of shame siya ngayon. Walk of shame
Oo, kasi
siya.
mag-isa na lang siya.
Kasi mag-isa na lang siya. Tapos lahat kami naghihintay. Tapos gusto namin siyang upakan. Tapos, walang sabi-sabi. When he sat down, parang as if nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Tapos sabi niya, okay, we continue. Sabi ko,
This dude.
so, the first day was entirely training, and then it was a good experience kasi it kind of validated some of the things that we were already doing. And then it was good for me because I was able to find the answers to the questions that I was already researching. The second day was a little bit more grueling. I think we finished na mga 9:30, 10. Kasi first half of the training was still modular. With so many terms, we were encouraged to take notes. And then all of a sudden he said, okay, everyone stand up, we will train. So nag-training
ba
kami.
lecture type?
Nag-training kami. Kasi he said, how do you do your warm-ups? How do you do your How do you do your... So now I do my classes this way. then he showed us a lot of moves. Ako syempre, nung Q&A, marami akong tanong, how do you do this? How do you do this? Sabi ko, how do you counter a heel hook? Sabi niya, you laugh. Sabi ko, why? Why?
It's not heel hooks don't work.
Yun nga. Hindi, yun sabi niya.
Yung sabi niya.
Sabi niya, Russia, heel hooks don't work. We laugh at heel hooks. Para sabihan ka ng taong ganun. Sinabi ko, gusto ko lang sabihin. Kilala mo ba si Gordon Ryan?
Oo nga.
Tapos sabi ko, hindi, gusto ko sabihin, pero syempre, baka patayin ako.
Patayin ka, di ba?
Tsaka, ito yun eh. I showed him, of course, me, Alvin, were very, who else was there? My brother was there, Coach Lester was there. So we were, ito na yung opportunity namin eh. So I go like, okay, how do you deal with this leg attack? How do you handle this leg locks? And he goes like, why are you afraid leg locks? Sabi ko, no, I just want to know. Sinabi niya talaga, if you're afraid of leg locks, you're not good grappler. You're not a good grappler.
Yun, ah.
What do you say to that?
Sabi niya,
Damn.
you're a shitty grappler. Ginanon niya, you're a shitty grappler. Tapos sabi ko,
Damn.
but lang brown belt pa ako nun. Sabi ko, si ko lang black belt dito. Si ko lang black belt dito.
Oh my God. Well, which just means all this will be good for ESFC.
Yep, this is good for ESFC,
Grabe.
good for IMMAF, good for MMA. The MMA, it's gonna hike up the level, definitely. It's gonna hike up the level. So, let's wrap this up. JC.
Yep. So, well, first off, thank you sa ESFC for inviting me sa meeting na yan. So, actually, nag-provide din tayo ng inputs for that and even told them what else we can do to help them kung sakaling matuloy na siya. And they said that they will also provide us updates as soon as meron na talaga with the dates and all and how the things will happen. And sino pa ba? Thank you natin. Thank you to all our listeners, of course.
Yes.
Viewers and listeners.
And ito yun guys ha, merong nanonood sa atin ha.
Yes.
Nanonood sa atin.
Yeah.
Yes.
May
Ang
nanonood,
consistency
may
ng
nakikinig.
viewers eh.
Yeah.
I've gotten it on good account na pinanood tayo sa Japan, well, because of Rising.
Yeah.
Tapos, from Hong Kong din, may mga nagsabi, oh yeah, I'll watch this. Like, sinend ko yung link. Watch this. Like,
Wow,
okay.
guys, thank you.
Yeah.
International.
International na tayo.
Pa-international po kami. Carl, please.
Thank you guys. I really like ESFC, by the way. I haven't been to one of their shows because JC is already there. But it's so famous for me because whenever I see their card, it's like 24 fights.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
okay.
Money's
And
worth.
it's a mix of
Money's worth.
Oh, money's worth
mix of
talaga.
different combat sports They have jiu-jitsu
diba?
there. They have kickboxing, boxing, and MMA.
So Coach Franco will ref them all.
Wala akong invite eh. Wala akong
24,
invite
25 fights. But I'm also really excited after.
So just imagine, in the next EFC, I will referee, Carl can judge, JC can judge, and then kaming tatlo we will cover.
Yeah.
Sorry, I judged 33 fights. It was not fun. 30 na yung limit ko ngayon
Diba?
And anyway, I was going to say, like, after the events of last week, combat sports was a bit less entertaining this week. Not to diss the events, like, you know, there's only ebbs and flows naman. But I'm most interested in what will happen when John Jones finally actually gets to compete at heavyweight because he has officially vacated the light heavyweight title. And I'm also interested in how Sugar Sean O'Malley, one of the biggest hype trains to ever come through the UFC, will pick himself up. Whether it's Cody Garbrandt or whether Triple C comes back. So I'm just really excited for that. And whoever Chito Vera fights next, parang that's still a big feather in his cap. Thanks, guys.
So, everyone, don't forget, we want to know what you think. If we missed out on anything, if you hear, read, or know of any other combat sports that you want us to cover, please put them all in the comment section. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video. And that's it in the world of fighting. Thank you, guys.